And this was supposed to be the week of a glorious victory, a week where a new IPL champion would reflect on the tournament that was. The days that follow a successful tournament is the best, because everything is about the team and their historic triumph. Well, everything is surely about RCB, but just not in the way they dreamed it to be. While it is safe to say that no one preempted all the disaster, that no one imagined what a tragedy this celebration would turn out to be, we have to ask, is it time the franchise takes ownership of this tragedy? Let's look at what the various parties are saying. IPL Governing Council, the body that takes care of the leagues, say this was not under their purview, that they have no hand or say in what franchises do individually once the tournament concludes. State authorities, what about them and the police? They say they advocated caution and even tried to push the event.
Today I watched from the airport to Vidhan Soda to here. I think this is not a controllable crowd. We dropped that procession. So I appeal to excuse us. Even from the Vidhan Soda till here, though the rain came and it was the crowd was uncontrollable, the police also was finding very difficult. I had to bring the secretary and the president in my vehicle. The crowd was so much. We had arranged more than 5,000. It is a young, vibrant crowd. This is we can't use our lathi.
The government has clearly washed its hands of the matter. While that is not something they can do so easily, it leaves us with the franchise, RCB here. Let's look at how they went about this, and was there anything that they overlooked in the process? First, the announcement itself. The franchise put up this post hours after the win, obviously meant to rouse all fans and get them all excited for the team that was coming in. Clearly that was rushed, and they did so without having permissions in place, the required permissions that you need for a proper event to take place, and they didn't have that plan in place. Any event of such a magnitude, actually any public event that has India's biggest superstar Virat Kohli front and center, needs proper planning and execution that is near flawless. You saw what happened in Delhi when Virat Kohli participated at the Ranji Trophy game just some months ago. There was a stampede outside the Arun Jaitley Stadium. So it's never going to be easy when he's the center of all attraction. Second, a rushed and hurriedly organized event. It was a huge win, the most anticipated one in the history of the tournament and the sport itself. So guaranteed, the frenzy was going to be unparalleled. None of the people involved in the planning took a moment to pause and just objectively analyze how to go about this in the best possible manner. How to get the fans what they really deserved and wanted, to be part of this moment without it turning out to be the catastrophe it went on to be, and a logistical nightmare too. This lacked the experience and foresight required to pull it off.
I was never a believer that we need to have roadshows. I think life of the people is far more important. I think we can be a little bit aware of not holding these kinds of roadshows and can probably have it in closed doors or in a stadium. And it is very tragic what happened yesterday. My heart goes to the families of people who have lost their loved ones.
So how do you then give back something to the ardent fans who've been with you, who are shareholders in your team's fortunes? Take Chennai, CSK for example, a team that has again a huge, massive fan following all over the country. They travel everywhere to witness their team in action. Also a franchise that is one of the most successful, has won 5 IPL titles. The last win was their biggest yet. In 2023, a final that took 2 days to finish and a climax that was every bit dramatic and emotional. That was celebrated with care and caution and smarts. They took some days to plan and prepare, and knowing the magnitude of the win, possibly the last one with MS Dhoni still in the ranks, that was the mood back then, and decided to hold a closed-door event with a live stream that fans all over could watch and cherish. Yes, this was a maiden win for RCB, not the same, yes, not the second or third one that they could go easy on, but every big event needs proper planning. And if that meant certain players would not have been physically present, so be it. There are more things crucial to the sport, and the well-being of fans needs to be right up there. Early in the morning at the airport, the marketing and revenue head of the RCB franchise, Nikhil Sosale, was arrested. The cops also took in some of the members of the event management company DNA who had handled the event. And just like that, if it hadn't already, the situation for the franchise has turned into a nightmare, has gone from bad to ugly. Bengaluru put out a message on their platform later, sending condolences. And of course, later on last evening, announced that they would be sending remuneration to the families most affected at the stampede. Now, while this is good to see, is this just too little looking at what's happened already, when the larger implications of such an event is so grave? What are your thoughts?
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Skali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.